Do you hear the call to adventure? Climb aboard or walk the plank. On the high seas, only those with the strength and spirit can survive. What mysteries lie beneath the waves? Treasure? Glory? Time to raise anchor and set sail. These are the tales of the White Springs Revenge.
Are Mr. Bori back from your fishing trip, are ye?
Aye, how you doing, gentlemen? You look a little rough for wears.
You missed an interesting couple of days, man. Did you catch any fish?
I hardly caught anything. Did I catch any fish?
Roll plus your wisdom.
4. I fell asleep most of the time.
You were just drunk on the shore. So.
It was the best fishing trip ever.
I look at Whitmore and I'm like, you wasted money on that pole.
Bori, what did I get you this fishing rod for if you're not going to use it?
We did our best. How are you boys doing? Anything fun happen?
You just missed it. We burned down the forest.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. There's a sentient tree that we burned it down because it was being a dick.
And then we built a shopping plaza on top of his grave.
They started suburbia. So there's a shopping plaza, and then housing is, as people move the island, most people are moving around, and you burnt down an entire forest.
How's our mermaid friend? Any word from him?
We haven't seen him. We told him to meet us here at Whitmore Cove when he was ready.
Can I put my head underwater and scream?
Roll charisma.
9.
You scream underwater, and you get your didgeridoo ancient voice going, and it scares away all the fish, but nothing seems to come up. So we get 2 weeks of downtime at the top of the game. So do you think?
Wait, am I better from the vampire venom or whatever?
You have to use by a vampire?
Gotta use 3 days, gets rid of 1. How many do you have?
I thought I had 3, but it's been 3 days. But if it's 2 weeks, then that's good, right?
Yeah, but you have to spend that time resting. You can't use the time to do other things.
Oh, I can't get preparations?
Well, how many are you have to heal?
To 2. It was to 2.
1 week will take care of 2. Who else has got to tell me what they're doing with their 2 weeks off?
I'm going to be buying a blank book and some ink and a feather pen quill, and I'm going to start writing me memoirs. But no, like my character's really going to do that to try to assemble a book of memoirs, and we'll publish it later for future generations.
He's an old man. He's learned a lot.
He's been sailing since he was a lad. He told us.
You learned a chaplain at some point.
That's how to read a map, maybe, but that's about it.
A Caesarean hooker taught me to read as a lad.
Thank
you very much. Yeah. You can learn anything up there on the seas.
That's going to cost you 3 coins.
Okay, I've got 1 coin left.
And then, well, you also have a say to the stash. So if you want to petition Whitmore for more coin, you can always do.
I'm an old guy. I tend to use what I've made myself.
So you spend 1 of your weeks doing some shopping. Did you want to do something else with your other week? You want a preparation? Do you want to fish more?
Maybe we'll try to fish more to get some more rations. 12. Hey, 2 6s.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's going to be the only 12 of the night, guys.
Roll your 2d6 again, and whichever number's higher, that's how many rations you got.
3. 3 rations. So add that, Mr. Whitmore. I'm going to bring you 3 big old tunas.
Bori, did you at least use the pole I got ye?
Are you good at jerking fish, Captain?
That be one of Mr. Whittecomb's responsibilities. Mr. Whittecombe, prepare the fish in salted hearty and place it below me deck.
Mr. Whittecombe takes the fish and nods solemnly.
Captain, I have a request. Can I have the troll head that we hang from our ship?
Yes, of course, Mr. Pilo. I was thinking of taking it down anyway and being less conspicuous.
It's just a skull at this point?
Yeah, it's been beaten by the ocean and pecked at by birds.
Nice and bleached for you.
Can I find the blacksmith or something to dip this something? Or like...
Mr. Whittecombe is more than a competent blacksmith. He can get you anything that you need.
I want to just dip it in something and like wear it as a hat or as a helmet. It doesn't really have to give me any plus or any plus. I just don't want it to give me a negative.
Just tie some ropes to it.
Mr. Whittecombe cleans it up and puts some leather bits in there to make it comfortably fit your face, and it's like a war mask.
All right, I'm not going to wear it right now, but I have it just in case, since we're trying to be on the...
Just in case we need to go stealth as guys with troll helmets.
Yeah, I'll put it, it's in my inventory, dude. Troll mask helmets.
You should always be prepared.
What are you doing with your downtime then?
I'm gonna send crew to Maylock with 500 gold, and I'll tell them, go to Maylock and talk to the governor, and tell him Captain Whitmore is in need of a new vessel, and to consider this a down payment.
Roll charisma.
15.
He accepts 10%. He will
Smooth
accept that.
talker, smooth operator.
And so the next time the Mango returns, it has in tow with it another ship. What are you naming this ship?
This new ship is gonna be the White Springs Revenge, because their current ship is too conspicuous and it can't go to any port without raising suspicion. But we do have these Navy uniforms that we can use for espionage.
The White Springs Revenge is the schooner now. What is that other ship called?
I'll use it to transport my stone, and I'll call it the Stony Bologna. So we got the Stony, the Mango, and the White Springs Revenge.
So what do you do with your second week?
I'm going shopping. All right. Who needs ration?
I have 2 rations right now.
You get a ration.
I guess I need a ration.
Who wants bandages? You get a bandage. Everybody gets bandages. And with the rest of it, I'm gonna buy 3 adventuring gear. And that will leave me with 1 gold.
The new skiff is pulled in and fitted for combat, and the new White Springs Revenge is tacked to the side. And the other ship is converted into stone transport. There's bustling now at the market as there's more trade coming through here, and there's a lot more people coming and going. What are you doing at this moment, Elo Pilo?
Is there like a courtyard or something at the castle, or the training or something with my new sword?
Okay, swinging around Crystal. People kind of stand clear of you because it's a big two-handed greatsword made of shining blue crystal. What is Captain Whitmore doing?
I am on the dock overseeing my new ship come into port, and I'm ripping the nameplate off the old White Springs Revenge and putting it on my new skiff.
At that moment, 2 men just appear at the edge of the pier. Boy, you were there sitting on the pier fishing.
Oh!
Avast ye, where did you come from, and how dare ye trespass upon Whitmore Cove?
They kind of bamf in, and it attracts attention. And there are 2 gnomes. One is an older gnome who's wizened and got the long beard and kind of playing into the mage thing. And the other is
attempting to be well-dressed, but well-dressed for like African safari. But my clothes are very singed at this point. Like I've been playing with fire pretty much. And I've got like mutton chops and like a mustache. Comes down around, but like nothing on my chin. And I got a gun.
State your business, why have ye apparated upon me dock?
Boop leans forward and says, we are looking for, what was his name? Captain Whitmore.
Marshall Whitmore.
Right, that was it. Marshall Whitmore. My name is Boop, and this is my associate, Smoky Slim. Where can we find Marshall Whitmore?
He be me.
Oh, I see. Well, good to make your acquaintance, sir. We believe we have some business that coincides with your business.
Hey, Bori, what do you make of these small creatures?
I've seen many a gnome. They make great hands on decks. Well, if you wanted to kill you, you'd be dead, wouldn't you?
I've just had bad experiences with people appearing out of the ether and not stating their intentions.
Very recently traumatized on that specifically.
Hey, so Elo's gonna be like racist towards gnomes or prejudiced towards gnomes.
Okay,
It's just it's an elf thing.
Most of the people on this settlement are human. There are some elves, but Elo Pilo definitely stands out with its elvish form. So is there somewhere we could, like, talk?
Ye be talking right here.
Smart one, is he?
I'm not sure yet.
Captain, I think he meant like your house.
Yeah, somewhere more private, so we don't have so many ears listening.
What you can say in front of me, you can say in front of me, men.
Captain, don't let him in the house. If you let him in the house, they'll never leave. Okay, you'll never get rid of them. Don't let him.
Okay.
You want an infestation of them? You want a bunch of them running around here? No.
Well, as I said, my name is Boop, and this is Slim, and we have become associates because we are both concerned about a particular gentleman.
I'm gonna fire a shot into the air.
This guy goes bang.
I'm assuming that some birds will flutter away.
Yeah.
making sure there's less ears.
Oh, I see. I take your position there. Good thinking. He does have access to magics. He could have birds spying on us.
Who?
What was his name?
Charles Daunt.
Yes, Charles Daunt. He's a real son of a bitch. He takes
the
orders
target.
from your favorite person, I hear, from at least the tales that the bards sing.
Can I use Spout Lord to see if I know anything about this guy?
Spout lore on Charles Daunt.
12.
He's one of the guys that works closely with the prince. So the prince has that guy who leads the navy, the rear admiral, and it has a commander, leading his ground forces. But you know that this guy, Charles Daunt, is working with the prince specifically in the area of the relics. He is knowledgeable about magic and alchemy and that sort of thing. So he works with him in acquiring these things and applying them in whatever way, nefarious ways they are trying to use. You would also know, since you got full success, that he has his own men. They are not technically under the crown. They are not part of Prince Gloomis's army, but he has his own paramilitary group, private military essentially. He has a regiment of musketeers. They have bayonets and guns.
He's almost as rich as the prince himself. He deals in the arts of artifacts and such, and has his own fighting forces.
Slim here has been searching for him, right, Slim?
He's marked.
Marked for what?
For the hunt.
Are you getting money for this? If you're getting money, we want some of it.
Well, so he is getting money, but that benefactor is far from here. And I am getting him rid of too. So if you could help Mr. Slim here get to where he can deal with this person, it would help you and it would help me and he would get paid. So I would then provide a service to you to help you with one of your other issues.
I have it on good authority that Captain Marshall Whitmore is at odds with this Prince Gloomis.
A curse on his name.
And you are also at odds with anybody attached to him, which would be this Charles Daunt.
Aye, then the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Precisely.
So I'm gonna walk up to Gloop and I'm gonna say, Gnome, tell me how your magic works.
Is this an aggressive stance?
No, more like I'm looking at a zoo animal.
Well, magic is quite an intricate field, and it takes many years to study the magic.
But your teleportation, how far?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know, Elf? Those are secrets for Bloop to know.
So we help your friend, you help us. We want you to teleport us somewhere one day. You owe us a favor.
Yes, I have many ways that I could help you. I certainly think that I would be useful in getting you access to that admiral, the one in the song the bards are always singing about you, besting on a battlefield or something.
Grave Slammer.
Yes, Grave Slammer. Yes,
kicked his ass, dude.
I think I could assist
He
you
ran
in
away,
getting access to him.
Like a scary.
Well, ye gnome gentlemen have caught me at a time when I be needing allies. And you need to know that Whitmore's law is above any other law. And when you work for me, we do it my way.
And you best not be running a rig on us, boys.
Well, we are not. I assure you, Mr. Slim is an upstanding man in Gnomish culture. He's quite well known in his business, and I am a simple hermit. So I don't see how I could interfere with any of your laws. Anyways, here's a map. Yeah, it's just indicating the location that he believes the artifact that Daunt is going to receive is located. Behind Maylock, there are a few islands, and it's telling you to go there. And there is also a drawing of a cave opening. That's the sea, so it's the ocean. And then there's an arch of the cave. It's suggesting that's where you're trying. Bloop says, all right, well, you'll be taking Slim there with you, and I have got other things to do. So I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful trip. Bye. And he taps a jewel on his ring, and he bamps away.
Aye, that is some magic. I ain't seen it like that before.
Bloop is an eccentric fellow.
And what about you, Smoky Slim? If you are to be a crewman above my vessel, ye best be pulling your weight.
Smoky Slim never misses the mark. And he like flips out his gun and like shoots a bird in the tree.
You gotta roll for that.
11.
We have an indigenous species of parrot here, native only to this island.
You had an indigenous species of parrot. Now you have dinner.
All hands prepare to set sail aboard the White Springs Revenge.
Weigh anchor and hoist a mizzen.
The men rally and board the newly minted White Springs Revenge, and the four of you board the ship, and we set sail towards the northern island. So you know what comes next, ladies and gentlemen. Perilous journey roll.
Well, don't just be hanging the jib there, boys. Get to it.
I got 14 on the scout.
A 4 on trailblazing.
I got a 9 to hold on to all the supplies.
All right, you're going to need it because it's going to be a long trip because of that. So along this long trip, you, Slim, are keeping watch. And you do notice out ahead of your path, there is a weird disturbance in the water. It's taking a kind of an odd shape to it.
I pulled out like a extendable spyglass.
As you look at the water, it's churning in a peculiar way, but it is a far a bit out because you rolled well. You spotted it early, but you're not sure what it is.
Potentially churn 15 starboard. Rough waters ahead.
I, Mr. Helmsman, turn to starboard.
The helmsman nods and just makes the adjustment, and you guys pass by this potential.
I want to keep my eye on it though. Can I deduce what it actually
Yeah, you can
is?
roll discern realities
Yeah.
or spout lore.
Discern realities. Trying to
Okay.
see if it's any kind of like a rare creature of some sort. That's going to be a 5.
It starts moving towards the ship. Mark experience. You've taken a wide berth, and you were clear of it, it did move, but now it is starting to move towards the ship. You do have some distance between it. What do you guys want to do?
Checking on the supplies downstairs.
The whirlpool seems to be following us.
A war what?
Whirlpool.
That can't be any good.
And that's not normal.
I believe they don't normally move. Does that sound familiar to
You
me?
gonna spout lore on it?
Yeah. 6.
So at a 6, you're like, does that sound familiar? And then
Does that
suddenly
sound
the
familiar?
whirlpool accelerates and closes the distance to the ship. And you all get bucked to the side. Boom! As something hits the lower
I'm
part
going to
of the
say,
ship.
well, I don't remember, but my fear is rising.
Everyone roll defy danger.
I'm going to brace for it in like watching it get closer and closer and closer. Grabbed onto something right before the impact. I'm adding another experience point.
You are thrown hard, slammed into the deck, and you're going to take 6 damage. I rolled big on that one. You get your armor. Who else is defying this danger?
So I use agility. I got a 10. I want to say that I want to do something so I can like laugh at Smokey what I've done, like do a backflip and then just like land gracefully and just like look at him.
As you nag him, what did the captain do?
As I'm wistfully looking over the railing, I'm going to use strength to not flip overboard. 7.
You are thrown up in the air and you're still holding on, but you come down on the outside of the ship and you are holding on to the railing with your body laying against the outside of the
Help! Help! Men!
I'm going to grab a rope that conveniently swung down next to me. Kind of like pull myself up, just up
you're
into the
flying
air.
through the air while it happens.
Yeah, the dexterity. 9.
You grab the rope and you swing. The ship shifts as you swing, and you are thrown off course and you slam into one of the sails, and you
Okay.
sort of splat up there, and you're caught in one of the sails.
So I'm going to use shown off and gain a bravado for that. Yeah, this is flip table, swing on chandeliers. When you conveniently use a rope, chair, or other furnishings. 7 and 9, pick one, and so one of them is show off and gain 1 bravado.
Okay.
So just doing that little move, I have 1 bravado.
So that's why you crashed, just because you were showing off.
Yeah, I'm showing off.
So the ship has been struck by something. What do you guys want to do?
As I'm climbing over the rail, I'm blowing my whistle and crying, "Man the guns! Be ready to fire upon my command!"
I, captain, and men go into position.
I go down below to help with the guns, like last
Down
time I
with
was
the
on the ship.
gunners.
I'm standing back up.
Try to catch your breath.
Does anybody know what we're hunting?
I think it be hunting us. If I see any scratches on my new ship, It's coming out of your pay.
We'll be climbing up into the crow's nest.
You climb up to the crow's nest as Marshal Whitmore is ranting at people about the condition of his new ship. And as you get up to the top and you look down, you see the dark shadow in the water under the ship. And slowly piercing out of the water are giant tentacles coming up on either side of the ship. And Captain Whitmore is ranting about the condition of his ship as you see the tentacles rear up above him. And this shadow is cast on the deck and everyone slowly looks up and sees the giant tent coming around the ship. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna run back up to the top of the deck if I see tentacles through like the portholes of the guns. Yeah, I'm gonna run up with my sword in hand. I guess we'll hack and slash. 8.
So you run up and you slash into it, but we trade damage.
Okay. 8.
You come up and you slash one and you gash it open, flexes and tries to slap back at you, but it only does 1 damage. What are other people doing? The tentacles.
I'm going to shoot it.
Shoot it.
I will shoot the one that Vori is not hacking and slashing.
How big are these tentacles?
Big. He's got some good shooting ability.
That's going to be a 9.
So that's a mixed success. So choose one of the things from the list that you want to take as the negative.
Yeah, I'll just do you take what you can get.
So roll your damage.
7 damage.
You pull up your gun, and everybody hears the loud "Rah!" as the gun fires off, and a round slams into the creature, and you hear this moaning from deep under the water as that tentacle shifts, and you rack the next round into your gun.
This is going to be an excellent trophy over my fireplace.
Captain?
I'll blow the whistle. Fire!
Okay, roll charisma.
10.
The cannons fire out on both sides and cut through parts of the tentacles lower down. And tentacles retract a little further into the sea, like they come down like it pulled the injured parts of itself under the water. Pilo, what are you doing?
Just out of desperation, because I don't know what to do, I'm gonna try to use ancient language against it and try and see if I can make it go away. I don't know if it's a reasoning creature or not, but we'll find out. Oh.
So at that moment, the tentacles clamp down onto the deck of the ship, slamming into the ship, ripping apart the top of the deck as they claw in and then clamp down and pull back as they start to try to crack. It's like it's cracking open the ship. And Pilo, you were right in the way of one of those tentacles as it slams down, knocking you aside and dealing you 6 damage. It's trying to rip the ship into. Everybody who isn't in the crow's nest needs to defy danger for that as well.
Rally round me, men, and prepare to attack. And I got a 9.
So I'm gonna use my strength and try to just hold on where the railing where I am, and I got an 8.
Half damage.
You take 1 damage.
Okay.
Negative 1
damage.
Can I trade an income for a keg of gunpowder?
Sure.
I'm gonna order my men, grab me a barrel of gunpowder and chuck it at this beast.
Okay, roll charisma.
13.
So all the men immediately around you rally at the sound of a plan and charge below deck. What else is people doing?
Attacking the tentacles again. Get back here, you slimy beast. 7.
Okay,
7.
that means you're trading damage again with it.
10. Yeah.
So you take 4 damage as
Minus 2.
you slam your blade into it and then slash across it again, and it wiggles in response and slaps you back, and you hit the mast, but you know you've gashed it open. This arm has been stabbed twice, and the cannons, and the other one's been shot, and the cannons. So this arm is looking pretty fucked up.
I see the open wound, and I'm gonna shoot the open wound. 7. So I'll do the same thing as last time. You have to take what you get. Yeah, 4 damage.
And it hits it, and that does a little more damage. This arm is really thrashed up right now. Hilo, what are you doing? Yeah.
I can spend a turn to sing a word to the sword and and gain 2.
If you get a 10.
But I get psychic damage if I fucking. All right, I'm gonna try that, dude. Let's see what's up with that. No.
I don't think that went well.
People are leveling up. So you take 1d4 psychic damage is what you're telling me?
It was a crit, if that means anything.
A crit fail? No, it just sucks. You take 2 psychic damage. No one. Trying to commune with the blade, and you're getting like a mental like a psychic feedback. You get a brain freeze, basically.
Okay. Cool.
So who else is failing? So, Captain, the men come back with a barrel of gunpowder.
I want to spend an adventuring gear to get a Molotov cocktail.
So you pull out a bottle, half-drunken bottle of rum.
And I take a big swig from the bottle of rum and spit it all over a rag and put the rag in the bottle and I light it up and I say, "On my mark, prepare to throw it over the side at the beast."
So roll charisma.
12.
So the men get over the side, and you walk over the side with your bottle flaming, and you push the barrel over the side, and you huck the bottle after it, and it slams onto the crate, and the crate hits the water, and as the top of the barrel is on fire, and a moment later, bah! And there's a boom, and one of the limbs of the tentacles is severed from the beast, and you feel this of clearly the beast moaning in pain. And then it peels back its other arm and slips beneath the wall.
The calamari's on the menu
If you want
tonight.
to roll to make rations out of it, you can do that too.
We'll have to cut it up.
And then if you want to loot it, it's a D6.
5.
You get 20 gold.
As the beast blew up, it like spit up debris and ship parts and fish guts, and then plops on the deck is a bag of gold.
Somebody's purse that was digesting it, it's going.
He ate a very
I
wealthy
believe it.
man. I've seen stranger things on this sea.
The deck of the ship is fucked up. There are two giant smashed out sections of the top of the deck where the creature had reached in. And now that the arms are gone, there's like big holes you can see down to the deck below. The outside of the ship is like the paint has been ripped away and boards have been ripped away where the tentacles were. There's some blast damage from the explosion on the outside.
Hey, nobody show the captain.
Looks kind of
My ship, my beautiful new ship.
Sorry, Whitmore. That oversized piece of calamari really banged us up. Where do we keep the extra tar? We're gonna have to boil some tar to patch up the ship.
Is she still seaworthy?
I think so, with a little bit of work.
Yeah, she is still saleable. So the men, under Bori's guidance, start patching as much as they can to try to get some sturdiness back to the top deck. And you guys take your sweet fucking time getting to this island. It would have taken you, what, like 2 days? Maybe
Or 3.
3 days normally. So 3 days, this is the normal time. So that would have been doubled, actually, is how that. So 6. 6 days. So it's 6 rations per person to get to there.
I've got 2.
Well, everybody got 5 from Whitmore.
Take ye some rations from below deck. Bori, it be good that you caught that tuna distributed amongst the men.
They'll be happy to be suckling on that and some of this calamari.
You eventually make it to the island. This island's kind of
Oh,
small.
they're good sailors.
As you come around the island, this larger cave opening at the water, but you see there is another vessel already set anchor outside this cave, and it is clearly one of the vessels from Gloomis's name. Someone beats you here because you took some.
Arg, Smoky Slim, this better not be an ambush, a ploy set by you to be caught by Prince Gloomis's forces unawares.
I told you not to trust him, Captain.
Just don't get in my way. The hunt is on.
Oh, I like the cut of his jib.
I take out my spyglass and I discern realities. 7. What should I be on the lookout for?
Probably his men, Mr. Charles Daunt.
Smoky Slim, where do we be going? We've got to get to that relic before Prince Gloomis's forces do.
Yeah, we need to get around this boat, Captain. Do you want to go straight at them, or do you think we should sneak in?
Enough fighting for one day. Our ship is in no condition for combat. I'm not getting any more scratches on my nice new ship.
So you get on the small boats to sneak over to this cave. Let's do some kind of stealth roll to sneak past the boat without being seen. We'll do a group stealth. So everybody roll Defy Danger with the intent of not being seen. So you tell me how you define it.
As I'm ordering my men, I blow my whistle very softly. Man the oars.
I use my dexterity. 8.
12.
Pilo.
I got a 14, so
Yeah.
I just crouched down into a little ball.
So you guys stealthily slip past this boat, and you drift down through this cave until it comes to a little shore in the cave. And you can see some other small boats that have landed here from the boat that is left outside.
As we roll up to these other parked boats, can I see if there's anything in them? 10.
Okay, you could get a steal an adventuring gear, like you take a rope or something
I'm
from.
gonna check for tracks to see how many of them there are. 11.
You think there's a total of 8 people as your guess. It's a little hard to tell with that many people walking around, but judging by the number of boats and how many footprints are around each boat, it looks like 2 full boats, like you guys with his retainers. You're 8.
Aye, Captain. We should probably set these boats free. It'd be a shame for them to be locked up, so scared.
Excellent idea, Mr. Bori.
We're just gonna push their boats out.
Okay, yeah, you push them
Just to be dicks. Just to be dicks.
So they start to float out into the cave waters. So you guys move into the dark, wet cave. It is very difficult to see. You can spend adventuring gear to get a torch if you want to see.
Yeah, I've got 1 adventure gear. Got 5 uses. I got me torch,
Boring
boss.
Lights up a torch so that you guys can see. And as you S down this hallway, you come to like a shrine carved out of the stone. And this shrine, there is 2 pedestals carved on either side. And in the middle of the shrine is like a giant serpent carved coming down at you as you walk in, like a huge face hanging sort of above you as you walk. There doesn't seem to be any other passages out of this room.
Take care, gents. These artifacts were not placed without protection.
I went to certain realities and see if any of this thing looks familiar to any other areas I've been in. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, this is clearly the spot. But
this is definitely one of those spots.
As to what you have to do here, you have no specific. Mr. Pilo?
I think I'm going to maybe say something in the ancient language, like open or open.
Okay.
Is that something I can do?
Yeah, roll charisma.
Why did I ask you? You were about to let me just do it, and then I asked. That happens.
Did you fail?
Yes, I got 6.
All right, I think I'm going to hold on to that fail to strike later. But we will say that Vilo does let out that didgeridoo sound he makes when he speaks the ancient language. And there is a pause, and then there is a similar didgeridoo-like sound that comes back out of the mouth of the sculpture of the serpent. And Elo, you're able to understand what it says, and it says trial.
Trial? I tell the captain what it said.
A trial of what nature, I wonder? And I go up to the serpent and I want to discern realities. 7. What here is not what it appears to be.
So these pedestals, they're actually where you're supposed to stand to activate the trial, and you clearly need 2 people, 1 on each.
I go and I stand on one and it glows as I step on it.
I'm going to push Smokey out of the way and jump onto the other one.
Okay, so you guys all hear the didgeridoo sound, but this time the people standing on the trial things, you hear it in your brain spoken to you in a language you understand, like a mental projection. And it says, "Welcome to the trial. I take it you're looking to get into this cavern and find what amazing wonders may lie in there. But before you do that, you must pass my trial. One of you will be the challenger, and the other person will be assisting them to try to pass the trial. Which one of you is going to challenge the trial first?"
Hey, it's like a game.
Yeah.
Is it you, sir? Is it you, sir?
I, Captain Marshall Whitmore of the White Springs Revenge, never backs down from a challenge.
All right, the challenger has been chosen, so the other person is your trusted ally who is going to help you try to make it through this trial. So first, we will start with something easy. And Pilo, you feel the magic of the shrine like grab your body, your voice leaves you, and as of your voice leaves you, a word, which I'm about to text you, is going to appear in your mind. So this word appears in your mind. You are also unable to speak it aloud or any conjugation of it. And you are, for one moment, released of the restraint on your voice. And you can say one word to try to get the captain to guess this word.
Without saying the actual word?
You can't say the word. You can't rhyme the word. You can't use it in a different tense. Like if the word was drawing, you couldn't say drawer or draw. So you give him a one-word clue, and then he gets to take a guess.
Comprehend.
Understand?
Yes, you are correct. Wow, on the first round, you will be granted access in once we get through the rest of your party. Who is the next challenger to step up?
What's going on?
I'm not too sure. Come up here, Bori.
I go up to the captain.
Come on down.
Climb onto it, and then you hear the voice step into your mind. All right, there are 2 new folks on the pedestals. Which one is going to be the challenger this time?
So you hear it too, right?
Aye, Captain.
So who's taking the challenge, Bori or...
I'm taking the challenge.
Okay, so again, Mr. Pilo, a word is inserted into your mind, and you can say one word that does not rhyme and is not a conjugation of this word.
Practiced.
Challenger, what is your guess?
Knowledgeable?
You hear a and an arc of energy leaps out and deals you 1 damage. It goes through your armor. And then the voice comes back and says, no, ooh, sorry, incorrect, but you get another chance. Can you give us an additional clue to try and help your friend, the challenger, make it through the trial?
Talented?
Professional.
This time you hear the charge sound go twice.
I'm so sorry, dude.
And a bolt of energy arcs
hate
out,
this
and you
game.
take 2 damage this time. A 3rd round there, friend.
Oh, no.
Give us another clue to try to get him to guess the word in your mind.
Craftsman?
Did we say the word expert?
No, you hear and an
Oh,
arc
no.
of energy leaps out.
Guys,
I
no
can't
idea.
believe I am rolling like this. You take only 3 damage. I want you
Oh
to
my
know
gosh,
the
I'm dead.
potential damage is much higher.
Okay,
You're dead.
well,
Wait, what do you mean? You only had 5
I-
HP
I-
when you started
I
this
was
game?
I was at 5 HP after that whole tentacle battle.
Nobody did any bandages.
Nobody did any
The arc
bandages
comes
or
out this
healing.
time and strikes Bori, and he falls unconscious and falls off the podium. And the assistant goes, that challenger did not make.
Oh my god, Bori! And I run over and I give him a health potion.
He still has to make a death saving throw. So roll 2d6 plus nothing, and don't fail.
8.
Okay, have you died before?
No.
So when you die and you roll a mixed success, the way I play it now is when you come back, you get debilities 2 times the number of times you have died. So
Okay.
you're going to get 2 debilities, and we're going to roll those at random, and then you can drink the health.
Okay.
He force feeds it to you as you're unconscious. So you get the strength 1 of weak, so you have a -1 anytime you do anything strength, and you
Okay.
get confused for wisdom, so you have a -1 whenever you do anything.
Okay.
Should
I
you
wrote this down.
die and you more abilities than you can get, like you get more than 6, then you die for real.
He's just like dead.
Just so you can't like
He's dead,
keep
Jim.
getting mixed.
Wait,
with
that's forever?
No, he can sleep these off. So Bori gets blasted by this energy bolt and is on the floor unconscious. Captain, you're feeding him a
Wait, can
health
I
potion?
tell us what the word is now?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
skill.
what's the word? That I almost thought of that. That's funny.
I actually thought it was going to be experienced.
You feed him a potion, he gets 10 HP, right? So the statue, still speaking to you, Pilo, goes, well, we need at least 1 more person on a dais to continue playing.
I'm gonna jump over to the other dais.
Smokey steps up.
Which one of you is taking the trial this time?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
not
gotta-
me, not me.
I'll take the trial. I'll show you how to do it.
All right, so your companion here shall shortly feel a word inserted into their mind.
Are you alright, Mr. Bori? You hit the ground awful hard there.
I think I'll be okay, but no more pop quizzes for me, sir.
You just rest, Mr. Bori, and one day I'll take you on a fishing trip. Just you and me, pal.
You're so sweet, Captain.
I'll have the quartermaster fix you up something nice.
Wait, do we have some of your assistants to be helping with these questions?
Aye, none of 'em too right in the noggin.
Really doubt that we're going to be able to do this in 1 word, so I'm going to try and set it up. Rhyming.
All right, challenger, you have your clue. What do you think it is?
Singing?
No! As a discharge of energy as you take 3. What's your
Okay.
second clue?
Stories.
Oh.
Rhyming?
Tails?
Maybe I set the damage output on this game too high. So you take 5 damage.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh. We're all gonna die because our vocabulary suck.
Third clue. Artistic.
Opera?
Yeah, so how much life do you have?
4.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I'm dead, right? I got a potion, so someone's gonna have to feed it to me.
Well, I didn't mean it to be like this. I didn't mean it. So you get hit for exactly 4. So you are also zapped and you stumble off the dais and hit the dirt.
Oh my god, Mr. Pilo!
Pilo is dead. Oh,
He was a cool guy. I remember
he
him.
was a cool guy. I'm gonna miss that guy. What was the word? I'm dead now. Just tell me.
You can't ever tell us.
Yeah,
you can't ever tell us.
Poetry.
Poetry. I'm an idiot.
Okay, I'll give you 4 abilities.
So are we saying that me learned the words when we died? I don't want to go through that again, bro.
Yeah. So you get a -1 to strength, dex, con, intelligence.
That's not good.
Okay. One more person needs to pass the trial.
I'll take your challenge.
And I'll step up to assist. Hyphenated words count? My word is well-being.
What is your guess, Challenger?
Health.
You are correct. Wow, that was such a split. We had 2 one-guessers and 2 men fall today. Amazing. Serpent's mouth slowly opens and opens and opens and opens and opens until it becomes a doorway that leads deeper into the cavern.
Before we head in, I'll spend the rest of my bandages on Bori and Ilo Pilo.
So how much life do they get from a bandage again?
4.
So you guys stop and patch yourselves up and then continue down the hall.
You guys look a little worse for wear. Better stick behind me and me crew.
I don't know, sure. Captain, I never
You
felt
know me,
better.
Captain. I always have your back.
I am going to discern reality real quick. Where is my best cover?
Cave walls sort of whirble in and out, and you're small, so you could tuck into the edges of the cave walls at certain points, like you can see it. So if
Okay.
you've got no firefight around the hallways, you realize every so many feet you could tuck in.
So that's what I'm going to do then as we're traveling through this tunnel. I'm going to continue darting to those positions of cover.
Charge!
Okay, you guys are charging down the tunnel?
Before we start marching, can I check for tracks again to see if it looks like the same amount of people?
Yeah, roll.
9?
It's hard to tell here. The path is narrower, so the footprints are just stacked up on top of each other, and you can't.
But I can see fresh footprints as if people
Yeah, there's
just
definitely
walked
multiple people definitely went through. That
Okay, cool.
that much is still clear. You're still on the right path. So you guys charge down this path, and as you come into where it opens up, and your torch spills into the room, and several people turn and look back at you, startled at your sudden appearance. There are 4 men in the garb that you saw the guys in the boats on, with their muskets, with their bayonets affixed. There are 1 man on the floor who is bleeding out, who is clearly dying. There's parts of another man that have been vorpally sheared off that are kind of tossed into this room, and they're pushing a door closed, like a big arched door. They're leaning on it to make sure it's closed. It's the only other door out of this room.
Do I see my mark?
Yeah. And you see your mark. He is standing there looking down as then you guys charge in and everyone looks up and you see Mr. Daunt is standing there.
Avast ye mateys, or face the wrath of what the hell happened in here.
Who in the fuck are you?
I am Captain Marshall Whitmore of the White Springs Revenge.
We were planning on doing all this to you guys.
So go ahead and shoot at him.
7. I'll go ahead and reduce ammo by 1. 5 damage.
You fire and it strikes him in the hip. And he yells out, "Kill these men!" And his men train their guns at you and begin to fire. So everybody make a defy danger, because there is 4 men and with guns and 4 of you.
Do I get a +1 for the cover?
Yes.
I'm gonna yell, scatter! I got a 10.
I got a 14.
I got a 9,
You're going to take half damage.
which is
Half a damage. I rolled a 1.
I have armor, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, you just skimmed your leather armor. Also, Mr. Charles Daunt attacks as well. He draws his custom pistol-size gun from his waist, and it has a cylindrical barrel with multiple barrels coming out of the end. It's a middle chamber, multiple barrels coming out of the end, and he's able to fire 2 rounds quickly. And he fires.
want that gun.
He makes 2 attacks specifically at you, Slim. because you're the one who shot him.
Yeah, that
So
tracks.
you have to make 2 more defy danger rolls
I got myself into a hunting position.
into
you know.
cover. Oh, I see. You're
Yeah.
trying to say that like it's wisdom because you planned it.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
That's a 11 and a 10.
Okay. So they hit the rock work around you, and you hear the bullets wing wing off
Cool.
the room. What do
Can I
you
take
guys-
another shot?
Well, it's your guys' turn. Yeah, the team gets a turn. So what do you
Yeah.
guys want?
When I defy danger, I jumped like up and around, like towards like past the guards. I'm trying to get to the guy that Slim already shot.
Okay.
So can I be at him?
I think you need a fresh defy danger for that because you have to run past guys who have bayonets, and they will try to stab.
Before you do that, I'm gonna stand in defense of my allies.
Actually, can I try to make an attack on them as I'm going past them?
Sure, you can make it attack the first guy in the line.
So
yeah.
like I'm trying to like slide through his legs and like stab him like a little bit of agility / fucking strength. No, just dexterity, right?
Yeah,
So
you can
I'm
roll
dodging.
dex to stab him in the balls as you jump
Yeah,
his
so
leg.
I'm dodging him, sliding through his legs, slicing up while I'm going by. Or maybe just the tip of my sword just slices him as I'm going under him because it's holding onto my back.
Oh yeah, because you have the big ass sword.
Yeah, so I don't know like how big it is yet. I haven't run around with that shit yet. And that's an 11.
Nice. So you slide through his legs and slash. The giant sword slashes at him. So you hear roll your damage. And I think the sword has +1 damage too.
Yeah, so I got a 5 +1 damage makes it a 6.
Okay, so it slashes at the ankle of one of the guys as you dive through his leg, and he falls to one knee in pain. Also, feel the sword on your back start to resonate as you pick up one resonance, and you hear crystal in your mind start to come away. Oh, is it time to act, young warrior?
Yes, but yet not quite yet. We're waiting for the right time.
Excellent. That gives me time to run past you some bistro name ID. I don't know, is Crystal's just 2 on the nose, or what is other people doing?
Take another shot.
I was gonna say, I haven't done anything yet, right? I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
shoot.
you
I
go.
got a gun recently. I got a flintlock.
Just flintlock.
10 to shoot.
Who are you shooting? You want one of the guardsmen the guy
One of the
on
guardsmen.
leg, or the main dude?
No, I'm
Watch-
gonna shoot the main dude. I'm gonna shoot the
Okay,
main dude.
shoot the main dude.
1.
You do 1 damage to him.
Yeah, 1.
He has his armor protects him, and it skids off his leather, thick leather.
Bastard.
You're standing in defense. Okay, so yeah, shoot at him again.
12.
Roll your damage.
10 damage. Oh, wait, don't I have a...
1d10
That's 11
plus-
damage. And the last one wasn't a 5, it was a 6.
Oh, you forgot the +1.
I forgot the +1, yeah.
So that one catches him in the upper chest. You're pretty sure you got him in a lung because it's in that part of the body. And you see him touch his chest, and he starts to try to fall back, but there's no exit to this room. He just tries to get behind his men as much as possible to try to obscure your shot. He's definitely severely injured. And then it's my turn. Each got to make a defy danger because all 4 are still alive. One of them is turning around from his ankle being slashed on his knees and swinging his bayonet at Elo Pilo as he tries to run away from him. And the other 3 are firing at you guys in your positions.
I'm gonna
14.
dodge it.
Okay, 14. Your shots ricochet off the... So
I got a
still
9.
You're hiding behind.
I also got a 9.
Okay, you're both going to take half damage. 3 damage.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. You're also in the half damage club.
3. Oh wait, until I take
But
1.
you get your armors. Yeah. So you're skimmed by bullets as they strike your arm or your leg, and one of you feels a bayonet catch you and slice down your back as you run away from them. Then the man himself gets to do something. He's going to take 2 attacks at Elo Pilo, because that's now the easiest person for him to shoot.
I'll redirect both of those attacks to me. I'm Captain Whitmore and I can't be defeated. And I pull my whistle out and being super obnoxious.
Okay, so he sees you doing a slide move and then sees you making an easy target, and he takes 2 shots at you. Make 2 defy danger roll.
I'm fighting surrounded by my men, and we're fighting for our lives. That's a 10, and that's an 11.
So those shots come in, and your men all tackle each other to the ground as the shots fly over your guys' head. Like, one of them just tackles you down as you're like, no! and he just takes you down. The bullets whiz past your head. Then you guys get to do something.
So you said they were trying to hold a door closed at the other side of the room. Can I discern realities and see what's going on with that whole situation?
Sure.
9.
Something they are afraid of is on the other side of the door. Because of the way, when you entered the room, the men were like squished up against it and pushing and terrified. And the injury this guy has that's bled out on the floor is like a huge stab wound, a very large impaling. He was impaled to the guts. And the other guy has been like vorpally dismembered, legs and arms slashed up. And there's drag marks of where they pulled the one guy through and his blood through the thing. So whatever's on the other side of that door, they're very much afraid and basically lost a fight.
They don't really want to mess with it.
What are other people doing?
I'm going to shoot at that guy who shot me. 10.
Nice. Roll damage.
2.
2. Low damage today on the bowman.
Right.
You fire your round out and you skim another guy's. He takes one in the shoulder as ducks behind cover. What is Elo Bilo doing?
I'm gonna hit that motherfucker again. Crit success. 14.
Nice. Roll your damage.
3.
So he is injured and he is not able to get away from you much, and you slash across, and he tries to jump back at the last second but isn't quite fast enough, and you slice him a little bit. And he says, "What do you want, you sons of bitches?"
On that note, I'll shoot him again. It's a 10 to hit.
They take a piss.
Okay, yeah. So he's jumping back, and he jumps into your line of sight, and you have a clean shot, and you squeeze the trigger. Roll your damage.
12 damage.
Ooh! He steps back, and you line up with him.
What's your damage? The highest you can get.
15 with the
D4
flood plus 1. Yeah.
So the shot rings out of your gun, and it finds its way, and it goes through the side of his
Through the
neck
jugular.
and blasts out the other side of his neck. And you see this happen, Pilo, in front of you. You see it just, and there's blood spray, and there's a look of shock on his face, and his hands come up to blood just pouring down his chest, and he falls to his knees, and he looks at his bloody hands, and then he collapses on them.
Smoky Slim never misses the mark.
Ahoy, ye men of the Daunt! If any of ye loyal to Prince Gloomis, prepare to die. If not, you are now under my command.
Roll charisma.
10.
The men look at their rifles and their low ammo and their dead captain, and one of them yells, "We surrender!"
Hand over ye weapons and tell us what is on the other side of that door.
Sir, you don't want to go on the other side of that door. It's a great beast with a razor-sharp tail.
As they're talking, Smoky Slim strolls over to Daunt and cuts off his index finger and takes his gun.
How big is this beast of a creature?
It's huge. 15 feet, 30 feet long, somewhere in there. It was big.
Tell us about the ship you sailed in on. How big is your crew?
It's a standard complement on a ship that size. I'm not really a sailor. And then there are 8 men left on the small boats of our group of the Daunt's men. There's got to be at least another 4 or 5 guys of Daunt's men left on the ship, plus the crew.
We best make haste and get out of here. Is this relic really worth our lives?
Always, Captain.
What say you, Mr. Pilo?
I'd like you to roll a 50-50 on whether or not I go back into that
Crave the relic? Okay, odds are even. And what are you're choosing to not be turned into the craving?
I don't want it to happen.
Okay, odds are even.
Odd. So I failed? I opened the door.
You see Pilo goes over the
Like
door.
as they're talking, I just like walk towards it and I open the door.
Roll
I wasn't gonna do it.
That point gets weirder and weirder.
But these things are like they have a control over me. I don't know why.
So, you're just like opening the door then, huh? The other men are terrified at this. No, don't do that. And you pull it open and it is a dark room, but it is a big cafe, but you can sense it, like almost like it's calling to you faintly in the ancient language. Like it's out there, the relic. What are people doing?
I am going to duck down into cover now that he's opened that door. I was here for my mark. And I would rather be walking away from that.
You had your reasons for coming in. I had mine. That's what I said right before I opened. See, I'm walking into the abyss. No light, no nothing. I hear it calling. I'm walking out.
Guys.
I have my weapon out, but I don't have it up. I'm just dragging it behind me as I'm walking in.
And it is humming because you have one resonance. It's like awakened. And Crystal says, "Hey, big guy, what are we doing?
It's pretty. I need this.
You're dragging me in the dirt. You're dragging me in the dirt. Can we at least pick up you? Use them big muscles. Please get me out of the dirt."
I'll put it on my shoulder.
You wander into darkness.
And I'm chasing not far behind him.
If you bust out a torch as you come up behind him, it lights up him, and it starts to light up this big chamber. And the ground looks weird at first, like piles, and then you realize it moves, and then you get a glimpse of it as it comes around, and it is just a giant lizard, like a monitor lizard or like Komodo dragon, but giant.
Oh my goodness.
Elo, look out!
Now that's a creature I haven't killed yet.
And it has this whip-like tail that is sharp, and it whips around.
Okay, I'm going first, right?
Sure.
Because now I have to talk to animals. I'm going to tell it short statements. So I'm going to say, we mean you no harm.
And it says,
Protect Relic. We protect Relic.
I protect Relic. Be gone.
Can I discern realities around the cavern to see if I can see the relic?
Yeah.
12.
There's something in the back there where it's like the stone behind the creature. The stonework is more ornate, and you know there's probably a chest or a crypt or something back in the far reach of the cavern.
What is about to happen?
The creature's about to get pissed off at Elo standing there and not leaving, and it's gonna try to whip its tail out.
I'm gonna run over to Elo and try to save him. I got an 11. Mr. Pilo, you fool!
I'm lining up under cover and like taking aim, just kind of ready for shit to go down, like behind the doorway.
Bori, what are you doing?
I want it. It's pretty.
Shooting at the lizard. Actually, I'm going to run up and slash the lizard. 11 to hit.
You guys stand there, like he's talking to the lizard for a moment, like they're exchanging hisses, and you run over to stand in defense of your friend, and then Bori charges right past you, blade out, and slashes into the lizard's leg. Roll damage.
And as soon as I see him slash at it, I'm like,
6.
Game on. And I take my shot too.
Okay, roll your shot. 6. That's pretty good. You slash at the creature, and it hisses at you.
That's a 9 reduced damage roll. Well, my damage was going to be 6, and I rolled a 5 to reduce it. So
1.
So it's a 1.
It skims off its scale. Yeah. So now the creature is going to attack Mr. Pilo with its razor-like tail.
Wait, I thought it already did that. I thought he stood in defense of it.
He discerned that he was about to hit you with his tail.
Yes. And then he used stand in defense, which lets him use his hold when something happens to the person. So he can use his hold right now.
I'll redirect it to me. 10.
Okay, so your boys just grab you and Pilo and yank you back at the last minute, and as the creature turns around and its tail whips past, and that was its turn. So what do you guys want?
How close are everybody to the lizard?
Bori's right up under.
Slashing.
Is it stopping me from going further in?
Yes. I mean, you could try to charge under its legs.
So is there any part of it that's out of near range of everybody, of my
like
rounds?
If you threw, you're talking about throwing a bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you threw it towards like the back of the cavern, Lori's at it's putting it at the front of the cavern. So you like hucked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. 13?
So you lob it and it hits the back of the creature as it finishes spinning around. And it does 1d10 damage. So roll your damage.
5 damage.
So it explodes with a loud pop and singes the back of the creature. And it hisses again. Who else has to go this turn? Who else has to
I haven't got. So by its foot, it's in my way. So I'm just gonna swing on this thing.
Okay, you still have 1 resonance in the sword.
I'm keeping it still. 13.
So you get another resonance. Now you have 2. Roll your damage.
And is the +1 on the damage or just the hit?
+1's just on the damage.
Oh, it's all the damage. Cool. Oh, that makes it a 3. Cool.
3 damage? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we're just slicing it down little by little, bro.
The Bori still has an action. I think the captain.
Yeah, we're going to hack and slash this lizard.
slash the
9.
9's a mixed result. It means we trade damage. Roll your damage.
10.
Finally,
You take 2 damage from the creature as it
that's
tries
worth
to
it.
claw out with your leg, and you slash along the length of its belly, and it screeches and reels back, and its blood starts to pour out, and it starts to retreat to the back of the cave. And you guys can all see it's scared now.
I'm gonna shoot at him as he's running off. Ooh, double 6s.
Yeah, roll some big damage. You could kill it here.
A 6, triple 6s.
So as it runs, you fire, bam, and it strikes it in the head, and then it stops and slumps to the ground.
Huzzah!
Captain Marshall Whitmore, Lizard Slayer.
Is it dead now? All right, I'm gonna chop off its head.
Jolly good hunt, gents.
You chop off its head for a trophy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it now, but on the way out, I'll grab it. Or how big is it? Can I just grab it? Is it gonna be like too heavy for me to carry?
It's really big. Yeah, you're gonna need help.
I will assist you with that, sir.
Yeah, I think we'll just wait till we leave, right? I think that'll be better. Oh yeah, I'm still in relic mode. All right, we'll go back to this relic mode.
So you get over to the back of the chamber, and there is a stone slab, and you push it open, and it opens a little box in the floor that reveals a stone, an orb, swirling with colorful dark magic.
It's an orb with magic in it?
It's swirling with dark colored magical energies.
Careful, Elo, could be dangerous. Not all relics can be as friendly as Crystal.
Crystal in your head is like, I am pretty fabulous.
So, Crystal, have you seen anything like this before? You've been around for 10,000 years or whatever.
Magic orbs are all over the place, so I can't really help you here. It could make you see purple elephants. It could teleport you to hell. Who knows?
All right.
Vote of confidence.
Who wants to carry it?
I believe I heard you say you need it.
Once I find it, I don't want it no more. I just want to find it. I found it. We're here.
Really? It wasn't that one with the sword. You coveted the sword when you first got it.
Well, it's because I don't have a sword. I don't have a weapon.
I'll go over and I'll pick up the orb.
Okay, you pick up the orb. You feel it power call out to you to activate. Do you activate it?
With everybody in the room.
Can you digitally roll a D1000?
Okay. 287.
You unlock its power, and glowing lights start to float out of it, dance around the room, sparkling and different.
Can I spout lore about what it is? 5.
This is, a 5? Okay. The men who you guys just left unattended in the other room have rearmed themselves and are now turning on. You look back, Slim, because you're like at the doorway, or did you come into the room?
No, I didn't come in the room because I wasn't cutting off the head.
Yeah, you were staying in the doorway, and these men flee. They're gone.
As I see them fleeing, can I throw a bomb at them?
Sure.
It's an 11.
Okay, roll your 1d10 and 1d4.
13.
So it blows up, and it blows apart several of the guys. So you think maybe one guy made it out free, but you definitely blew apart 2 guys are like now scattered on the wall.
Cool. I'm going to chase after the last guy and try and get a shot off on him.
You guys hear a loud explosion from the other room. What do you guys want to do?
Is there anything else in this room?
There's the giant lizard body. Roll a d12 to loot the body.
3.
You get 20 coin. And then you take the head, or are you doing something about the explosion in the other room? Kilo?
No, I don't pay any mind.
Okay, so you start cutting off the head?
Yeah, they're just dragging it behind me back to...
Smokey's already gone. They're running up the hallway. So Smokey, you gotta run fast enough to get a shot off of this.
Run, little dear. That's going to be 7.
You run hard, but your little legs aren't quite as fast, so you can get a shot off, but you're gonna take a -1.
That's a 9.
That's a mixed result. So what do you want from the list?
I'll lose a bag of ammo. I'm going to stop this
roll
guy
your
from
damage.
getting to the boats.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna fuck with your boats.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially because we kicked his boat away.
Yeah. 11 damage.
Okay, he's
fuck
super
yeah.
dead. Catch him square in the back of the head. Bam! So all those guys are dead. You guys gather the skull and return to the boat. The dancing lights, after a while, fade away. And anytime you touch the orb, it calls out for you to release its power. It does not force you, but it is simple as saying yes for you to release some. So you guys get back out to your boats and slink past the enemy ship, who hasn't heard anything in a while. Maybe it's getting towards nightfall, so it's easier to slip past. And you get back on your boat and make the return trip to Whitmore Cove.
Returning triumphant. 12. I get an income and some stone.
So you guys pull back in the damaged White Springs Revenge back to the home port, and the men start gathering up resources to try to put the boat back together and tip-top as people are unloading at the dock. What do you guys do?
Well, Smoky Slim, can you get in touch with that boop friend of yours? He seemed like a magical fellow. Perhaps he could tell me what this orb truly is.
Can't keep a thumb on that one. He'll be here soon, though. He always is.
I'm just gonna spend my time on the beach, just turning this orb off and on.
Turning the orb off and on? Okay, the first time you turn on the orb, roll a D1000.
11.
You say 11?
Out of 1,000.
Roll a D4.
2.
2. So the next 2 hours, in a 200-foot radius centered around you, moving with you, even indoors, it is now snowing. It's like the whole beach, like half the beach. Is like just
You said it at 200?
200 feet, yeah, for the next 2 hours. And then this is quite a spectacle. And at some point while like your crew is playing in the snow, there you hear that bamf noise. And you see a gnome appear on the dock. And he says, "Oh, this is unusual weather for this time of year. In a tropical place, close to the equator of this planet, presumably."
Tell me, magical one, what do you think of this?
Oh.
And I activate it again. I release its power. And I got a 888. 888.
Okay, the spyglass pops off of you, seemingly animate, and begins expectantly waits for you to designate a target.
Well, Boop, what do you think?
If you say Boop, it then starts drawing that circle around Boop, and magical tendrils rear up and start to grab Boop, and he says, "What is this treachery?"
I don't know. I was hoping you could tell me.
Ah! And he bamps away, and he disappears, and the tendrils fall, and then there's no target, and the spell dissipates, and your spyglass just lays there lifeless and inert. And then a moment later, Boop reappears. "What was that bullshit?"
I don't know. That was something crazy. It's never done that before. I don't know if this thing is dangerous or not.
He takes the orb and looks at it and says, This is an orb of pure chaos magic. It could do nearly anything. There's no predicting what it could do. What have you seen it do?"
It made it snow.
Uh-huh.
It produced some pretty fairy lights.
Mm-hmm.
And those tentacles of darkness that tried to envelop your entire being.
Yes. Well, I say you've gotten off pretty lucky so far.
2 good,
It
1
can be
bad.
Very
It's
powerful, but extremely dangerous.
60% good, bro.
I don't know. It depends how many options there are.
It did try to get a gnome, so that might be like 75% good.
Anyways, Slim, were you successful?
Smokey always hits the mark.
Excellent. So hopefully this will stem Prince Gloomis's hold on the relics. Is this the relic you received in that cave? He looks at the Chaos Orb.
Aye, it is.
Are you sure you are trustworthy with such a powerful relic?
Of course I am. And I activate it again. 985.
Designate a target.
Myself.
It reads, a giant 6-foot-tall rubber ducky falls out of the sky, landing between the caster and the target with a loud squeak and vanishes after 1d6 seconds.
Help! Help! Get this thing off me! And then it vanishes and I'm still on my back like a turtle, wiggling my arms and legs.
And one of your retainers comes and helps you up. Well, that was an unusual result. Again, are you sure you should be holding on to this relic? Maybe I should take it back with me to my workshop where it will be safe.
If I be giving you one of these relics, I would want something in return.
I mean, that thing, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to hide it away from people so that the world doesn't accidentally, fold in on itself or something.
That's right, you're paying me to not use it.
Pirates, huh? I mean, it's your head, I guess, first. Most likely it'll kill you statistically before the world folds in on itself. I guess that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Listen, the first power that this orb had was really useful.
What? Which one was that?
It produced light without a torch. Can you give me that ability? In return, I will give you this orb.
Well, I guess, yeah. I can do that. Sure. Okay,
Wait.
Flashlight.
Before you give it to him, can I try using it?
Of course, Mr. Pilo.
Oh, no, don't. Oh. You activate it, Pilo?
Yeah.
709.
Your hair, Mr. Pilo, it turns a bright fluorescent green, and it doesn't seem to go away.
1,000.
So are you giving it to Boop?
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate it again.
No!
569.
The caster's familiar turns against him. The animal is no longer treated as a familiar and acts as a normal creature of that type would. This may include attacking the caster. If the caster does not have a familiar, he does now. It summons a buffalo, a large furry beast that does not belong in a tropical climate but is comfortable in snow, summoned upon the dock, confused and freaked out, and starts to charge. Roll find danger.
Fail.
You take 5 damage as you are gored by the horns. Are you dead again?
No, but I am pretty close.
Gores you and tosses you aside and then charges down the pier towards the beach as people are jumping out of its way, and you hear people scream as it runs towards the market.
So now there's just a wild buffalo on our island?
A bonus for any man who can prepare that beast for dinner tonight.
Hunt is on.
And Boop says, Jesus, some of these are getting a little out of hand.
I'm gonna like limp over and just give him the orb. Here you go.
He takes the orb and then hands Whitmore a small silvery orb that is glows on command and floats next to you while it's activated. He looks over you, Slim, and says, Mr. Slim, I can give you a lift back to my place and you can find transport home from there if you care to come.
Yes.
And we bid the rest of these gentlemen adieu. Do you have any further business?
Thank you, gents.
Farewell, Mr. Slim. You always have a place here at Whitmore Cove.
I'm gonna limp over, all messed up. I'm gonna say, Gnome. And I'm just gonna walk over to him. I'm gonna give him one of those.
Predator handshake?
Yeah, forearm. Like,
You have my respect, sir.
And then limp away.
Remember Smoky Slim for your next hunt.
All right, well, time to go then. I'll be in touch. I have some other things that will interest you, Mr. Captain Whitmore, to help you deal with that brute who runs the Navy. Places a hand on you, Slim, and then touches the stone on his...
Before he leaves, I go, hey, Slim, keep that gun ready in case we ever need it again.
Always available for hire.
Whitmore's got money probably somewhere. He keeps buying boats and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you bamf out back to his workshop.
Don't forget to subscribe for more Crispy Cast. Like, leave a comment, and stay crispy.